Hey there, thank you so much for coming back to join me for this week's Skincare Saturday. I wanted to do a rapid fire skincare description, what certain things do, whether that is serums, essences, stuff like that. So I'm going to be going from first step to last step and give you some good examples of products that are really, really good, definitions, stuff like that. So if that sounds interesting and you'd like a rapid fire skincare description, steps, all that kind of stuff, then please keep on watching. So, and by no means do you need to do all these steps, okay? It's just, I know sometimes when I was younger, starting in skincare, stuff like that, I didn't know what everything was. I'm like, do I need to really use that? And the thing is, you don't need to really use any steps that you don't want to, except for sunscreen. You probably need to use sunscreen, but besides that, okay, so this is going to be daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and start with sunscreen. You want to make sure you're using a good SPF. There's lots of really good ones out there. Find one that works for you. They definitely have some that are geared towards more oily skin, dry skin, all that kind of stuff. Personally, I do have combo skin, so if I don't have one that is made specifically for combo or oily skin, I'll kind of use that as my SPF and moisturizing step. So there's definitely ways that you can work around stuff, but Copper Tone, the Every Tone one is really, really good. The Australian Gold one is really, really good. The Cetaphil SPF 30 Daily Lotion is really, really good. Lots of good examples out there, but you always want to start with a good SPF. All that kind of stuff. They have powder SPF that you can apply over makeup. Lots of different types of stuff that you can do. So, SPF. Let's go and get into cleansing. So, very first thing I want to talk about is balm cleansers, cleansing balms, oil cleansers, stuff like that. And the reason why people do recommend using these, this is why I personally use this, is to get that SPF off, get off that makeup. If you think about it, right, oil kind of repels water, so some SPFs, especially mineral SPFs, they can be a little bit oily, has natural oil in it and stuff like that, so you do need another oil to break down that oil. So the Albaline Hydrating Cleansing Balm, is a really good one. There's 1.5 billion different cleansing balms out there, and then the liquid, like pumpy oil, like you pump it into your hand, the face oil cleanser is really good as well. Once again, you just want something that is going to be oily to break through that makeup, to break through that SPF. It's going to be a really good first step in cleansing. So I really like both. I have both, but yeah, they're good. Just pick one up that you like. They have drugstore ones. There's really, really good ones out there, but that's what an oil cleanser or a cleansing balm is made for, is kind of that first step to kind of break through all that makeup, all that SPF, maybe all that oil that's just naturally on your face. It's going to break through it and help it to be washed away. So cleansing balms, cleansing oils, kind of what that's meant for. So going on with our next step, we're talking about our cleansing bars, our cream cleansers, stuff like that, okay? So cream cleansers are more for dry skin. This is a really good one from Be Pure. I am not the biggest fan of cream cleansers. I need something that does suds. A lot of cream cleansers out there, for me personally, it doesn't feel like it rinses cleanly off my skin. Could be maybe a little bit too much moisture. Once again, cream cleansers are usually geared towards dry skin. So if you don't have dry skin, get an affordable one. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. For me personally, I don't like cream cleansers because I need something that does suds a little bit, but there's some good cream cleansers out there for lots of different people. Then you just have your regular beauty bars. So like Dove, Olay, Vasoderm makes a really good bar soap made for your face. You do want to get one that's made for the face. Facial skin is a little bit more sensitive than body skin. If you think about body skin, you know, it's enclosed all the time. It's grabbing things, it's touching things, it's brushing up against things. So body skin isn't as sensitive, and it's usually a little bit thicker than the skin on your face. So making sure that you are using something that is made for the face is important, just for maybe reaction-wise, sensitivity, stuff like that. But I really like the Dove. Dove makes really good beauty bars. I also really like gel cleansers. Those are usually geared towards more oily to combo skin types. Biore makes a really good one. The rose quartz one, there's tons of different products out there, and Neutrogena makes a good one for oily skin. They also make a bar soap, so lots of different options out there for you. Definitely recommend starting in the drugstore to find out what type you like, whether you like a cream cleanser, if you like a gel, if you like bar soap, whatever. Just there will be a little bit of experimenting. That's why I recommend starting with drugstore. Just that way it's gonna be cheaper for you. So, okay, let's move on to exfoliating. So I have physical exfoliants and I also have chemical exfoliants. So this one's a really good one. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Derm Intensive 3.5% glycolic acid cleansing gel. It resurfaces for smoother, brighter skin, prep for serum. I love glycolic acid. I have some other glycolic acid products here. This stuff is really, really good. The difference between a physical and a chemical exfoliant is exactly what it sounds like. A physical exfoliant has physical particles in it that's going to help to kind of scratch away dead skin. If you think about a loofah body poof or even a washcloth, that is a physical exfoliator. You're rubbing it on your skin and it's got some texture to it. Might not be super rough, but there's a little bit of something there that's physically rubbing off that dead skin, right? That's what a physical exfoliant is, whether it is like a cleanser type or it's a face brush or a face sponge, anything like that. A chemical exfoliant has chemicals in it, some sort of acid usually, that's going to help to break through those dead skin cells on the face and help to lift them away. So that's the difference. I do like both. Once again, maybe if you have more sensitive skin, you'll maybe want to try a gentle chemical exfoliant. Someone like me, where I do have combo skin, a lot of skin texture, I like to use both. Definitely not at the same time. You never want to do that, but maybe, you know, 1 week I'll use my physical exfoliant and the next week I'll use my chemical. It really just depends, but I do like both. Once again, you're gonna have to do a little bit of experimenting to see which one you do like best. I used to only use physical exfoliants, but I do like the chemical exfoliants as well, so yes. Okay, moving on to toners. So we've cleansed, we've exfoliated if we're doing that, and now we're gonna move on to toners. Toners are kind of the first step. Toning is supposed to help to remove any kind of residue that is left over from your cleansing steps. As you saw there, it also can help to remove bacteria and stuff, just anything that's left over on the skin from cleansing. This is gonna kind of help to remove that. It can also be a really great way to refresh the skin. I love the Dickinson's. I do like witch hazel. Not everyone does, but this is a really good affordable toner. This is the pore perfecting toner. Anyway, but yeah, it's fragrance free, gentle skincare. Anyway, this stuff is really good. I also have the Moisturizing Dickinson's. It's pink, really, really good. You can also get chemical exfoliating toners. So I know there's tons of high-end brands out there, Drunk Elephant, lots of brands out there that do have the chemical exfoliating toners. Once again, would not recommend using it the same day that you used a physical exfoliant in the shower or a chemical exfoliant in the shower. Too much exfoliating is not a good thing. But Dermasil has a really good one. I also have some from Soap and Glory, I can't remember. Yeah, I have lots of different toners. So this one is glycolic acid. Like I said, I like glycolic acid, witch hazel and rose water. Really, really good as well. You can also get spray-on ones. This is the Cake Prep Fresh Toning Mist. So yeah, so many different ways that you can do toning, right? So doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just find what works for you. This was the step I was confused about, and it is essence. Essence and toning look pretty much the exact same way. I don't have an essence here, but an essence will look like a toner. It will be super watery, super liquidy, but an essence is different because it's supposed to have more like good things for your skin in a really high dose. So this is what an essence is. So for me personally, I've had essences in the past. For me personally, they don't do a lot. I do have one from CosRx, that snail serum is technically an essence, but that's all essences are supposed to do, is maybe pack more of a punch when it comes to adding good things to your skincare routine. For me, like I said, it's a little too much for me. I already have a pretty extensive skincare regimen, so I really don't need an extra step. But if you were curious about essences, that's what those are. Okay, moving on to serums. Serums are kind of similar to an essence where it's impacting a lot of really good things, maybe something that you're really trying to get back into the skin. Maybe you want to help do something different with your skin, like brightening, evening skin tone, evening skin texture. That's where your serum's gonna come in. Of course, everyone's heard of vitamin C serum, vitamin E, hyaluronic acid. We've all heard of those. There's niacinamide, there's copper peptides, there's all sorts of stuff out there. I personally like to use vitamin C and E, so this does have hyaluronic acid, but vitamin C is meant to help brighten the skin, help with uneven skin tone. There's even some 2-in-1 products out there. This is the Dickinson's Clearing Toner Plus Serum. So this has supposed to detoxify, exfoliate, balance, and clear. Helps to gently remove oil, balance, and clear skin with salicylic acid and niacinamide in it. So once again, if you want to really pare down your skincare routine, there's lots of things out there that are multiples in one, right? Toning and serum. I know that really good brands out there that are super affordable when it comes to serum. I personally do like the Youth and the Glow. There is the, what is it? It comes in the white. It was super popular. Everyone was doing the skin peel. Yeah, like, like some stuff is just too much, but lots of great brands out there when it comes to affordable face serums. So that's what a serum is. It's just supposed to add a lot of those special ingredients to your skin very quickly. You do need your serum to sit for a moment before you go in with moisturizer. You want time for the skin to kind of get all those good things and kind of roll with it. So go ahead and tone, and then add your serum, and then wait a few minutes, and then you can go ahead and apply your moisturizer. Moisturizing. So let's go in and just start with the easiest. There is lots of face/body moisturizers that you can use for both. This is the Gold Bond Pure Moisture Daily Body and Face Lotion. So once again, if you don't want to buy a lot of products, or you want something that's going to be quick and easy, go ahead and plop some of this in your hand, rub it together, apply it to your face, neck, hands, elbows, whatever. You're good to go. So this is just going to be a very simple moisturizer. It's paraben-free, dye-free, fragrance-free for normal to dry skin. It's a good lotion. I do like this. They have ones that are made for more targeted issues. This is the vitamin C skin cream with niacinamide, AHAs, and vitamin E. AHA is alpha hydroxy acid. It's just another acid that's going to help to even out skin texture and skin tone, anti-aging, stuff like that. Same with the glycolic acid. It's going to be just a different type of acid for those anti-aging skincare benefits, helping to soften those fine lines and wrinkles, skin texture, stuff like that. Once again, when it comes to acids, you're going to have to play around. Alpha hydroxy acids, they don't really work for me. My skin, I really don't see a difference, but my skin loves glycolic acid. So that's personally the acid that I do use. You don't want to mix acids. You don't want to use, like I have retinol pads in my shower. Really good. They're rock. Retinol, once again, different type of acid. I think it's actually an AHA. Anyway, you don't want to mix like retinol and glycolic acid on the same night, same day. You don't want to do that. And then if you are using an active ingredient like an acid, retinol, AHAs, even lactic acids, stuff like that, you want to doubly make sure that you're using sunscreen, because it will make your skin more sensitive to sunlight. So, but there's lots of moisturizers that's going to have targeted ingredients in it for things that you're wanting or needing for your skin, like the vitamin C, the alpha hydroxy acid, stuff like that. From Dollar Tree, it is the Global Beauty Care. And then this is also from Dollar Tree. This is the Be Pure compared to the Olay Regenerist Night Cream. This one does not have any active ingredients in it. I'm almost out of this one, but like I said in other videos, don't worry, I do have backups. But yeah, good moisturizer. Once again, if it's said that it's like made for dry to extremely dry skin, if you have combo to oily, you might want to stay away from that. Yeah, once again, skincare is one of those things that takes a lot of trial and error, and you never want to just give up on skincare. Like obviously if you have an allergic reaction or something, obviously stop taking it, but stop using it. But skincare is one of those things that it takes weeks. It takes weeks to see any kind of difference, so just be patient with that. But good moisturizer is going to be super fast and easy to help to make the skin look and feel instantly better. When I was younger, I'm talking high school days, it used to be said, how can you tell what kind of skin type you have? Dry, normal, or oily? And it was, okay, wash your face with just normal soap, like with Dove or something, and then don't moisturize. And in 15 minutes, if your face feels tight and itchy, you have dry skin. If your face feels okay, then you have normal skin. And if your face looks and feels shiny or oily, then you have oily skin. I'm sure that has completely changed nowadays. I'm sure they have more tried and true ways to see what kind of skin type you have, but I would definitely Google it. I'm sure there's YouTube videos or Pinterest or whatever, but there's lots of different ways that you can kind of decide or find out what kind of skin type you have. For me, I already know what my skin type is. I've known what it's been for a very long time, but yes. So moisturizing, I really think moisturizing is important. It just makes my skin look and feel better. So I do moisturize. I would definitely recommend moisturizing. This is something else like the essences that I used to use all the time, and I will still use them from time to time, but I'm talking about eye creams. Eye creams are designed for the under eye area, obviously, and it's supposed to help with like depuffing, fine lines and wrinkles, discoloration, all these things. This is the Smooth the Lip Collagen Eye Cream with peptides, hyaluronic acid, and squalene. Once again, it's supposed to like do all these things. This is the Dr. Brandt DNA Triple Peptide Eye Cream. Once again, eye creams, there's been studies that have been done, and supposedly they don't make that much of a difference. For me personally, I've tried high-end, I've tried drugstore, I've tried Dollar Tree. Never seen a huge difference when it comes to eye creams. What I personally do, unless it has an active ingredient in it, like the acids that we were talking about, I will just take my moisturizer all the way up to underneath my eyes. Never had any kind of problem or anything like that. So eye creams, they're nice to have. They make you feel a little bit more bougie, but for me personally, I don't think they're a necessity. But if you were looking into eye creams, eye balms, stuff like that, that's what they are. Is they're supposed to just give you more targeted ingredients and stuff for the delicate, thinner under eye area. That for a lot of people, that's where you do see signs of aging first. So I do own them. I will use them from time to time, but before I would just religiously use them, and I really never saw a difference. So eye creams are one of those things I don't use anymore. Our last thing that we're going to talk about is our face oil. Face oil is going to be your last step if you decide to use it, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is an oil. So if you think about it, we've just done all these steps, right? We've cleansed, we've toned, we put on our serum, we've moisturized, eye cream if you want to. So for some skin types, maybe you want to be able to just kind of keep all that good stuff in, right? So an oil is basically going to trap all that good stuff in, right? So if you think about oil, once again, the reason why we had to use our cleansing balm is oil's harder for things to get through. It's kind of waterproof, right? Because once again, oil and water don't mix, right? So when you put an oil on top of everything after you're done with all your skincare steps, it's going to help to keep all that moisture from your toner, if you use a moisturizing toner, your serums, your moisturizers. It's going to help keep all that trapped in the skin, so that way your skin's going to stay more hydrated throughout the night or during the day. I do use face oil from time to time. I really like the Luna Sleepy Night Oil. So this is has retinol in it, and it helps reduce the appearance of pores and wrinkles while fighting the signs of premature aging and surface redness. But yeah, it is an oil, so I'll make sure I don't use another active ingredient. When I say active, remember that just means it has an acid in it, like retinol, glycolic acid, alpha hydroxy acid. Basically, if it's anything besides hyaluronic, because all hyaluronic acid does is it kind of grabs onto moisture. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, let's say this is hyaluronic acid, right? This is one of those little molecules. What it does is it absorbs so much more moisture than what it actually is. So this is a hyaluronic acid molecule, and what this does is it attracts like 50 times its weight in water. So it will just kind of absorb it, right? So hyaluronic acid is pretty neutral. It won't, for the most part, it doesn't really react with things. So unless it says hyaluronic acid, and that's like the only thing it is, you'll want to make sure that you don't mix active ingredients, whether that is an acid. Salicylic acid is still an acid. Benzoyl peroxide, you don't want to be mixing in that kind of stuff together with other things. If it's an acid or benzoyl peroxide, anything like that, you don't want to mix the other types. You don't want to mix retinol and glycolic acid and stuff like that. So I will go in with this when I'm using very basic skincare, right? A moisturizer with no other active ingredients. I'm using just Dove bar soap, a gentle moisturizer, my basic toner. And then I'll top everything off with my retinol oil. Lots of different types of night oils out there. I know that Milani has a really good one. I really like one from Milani, but there's so many different types of night oils out there. But once again, that's just kind of going to be your last step, and you're kind of just sealing all that skincare inside of your skin, so that way when you sleep, all of it's having plenty of time to penetrate, hydrate, all that kind of stuff. You do want oil to be your last step because oil can penetrate through other things, but moisturizer and stuff cannot penetrate through oil. So if you are going to be using an oil on your face, make sure that you're doing it as your last step. But anyway, that was trying to make it fast. Skincare is very in-depth. There's a lot to it. If you're interested in active ingredients like acids and stuff, I would definitely recommend going to a dermatologist, doing a lot of research before you start playing with anything, just because it's an acid, right? So even this is 3.5, right? If I leave this on my skin for too long, it's going to hurt it. So you just want to be careful when you're using active ingredients. You want to make sure that you're not going in with too much of an ingredient, whether or not it's, like my cleansing balm. If I use too much of it, I can't see because it will get into my eyes and it just is like filmy, right? So just be smart when it comes to how you're using products. There's great things all over Pinterest and Google, and I'm sure also on YouTube, of how much to be using as well. Like how much face cleanser to use, how much moisturizer, all this stuff, which is going to help give you the best results when it comes to your skincare. But anyway, that is it. I really did try to make this fast, but like I said, there's a lot that goes into skincare. But I hope you did enjoy this week's Skincare Saturday. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, share it, all that kind of stuff. And let me know down below in the comments, what steps do you do in your skincare routine? I would love to know down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. I do upload 7 days a week, all about budget stuff. So I do budget beauty, I do vlogs, grocery hauls, I do all sorts of stuff. So make sure that you do subscribe. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Another video should start autoplaying here in a moment. It might be one of mine, it might be somebody else's. But sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see y'all here in just a sec.